iPhone SE versus iPad Pro 10.5 speed test coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up guys, Nick here helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone SE versus the iPad Pro 10.5. Now I know this is a very unfair comparison. This is a tablet, this is a smartphone, but the reason why we are doing this comparison video here is due to the fact that some people have an SE, they might be thinking about getting an iPad as a companion device to their iOS device here in the SE, and we're just doing this for fun. So I'm going to share with you 10 tests here in this video to help you see how much a difference there is in an A10X CPU versus the A9 CPU here in the iPhone SE. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and begin with the boot up test of both of these devices. So let's begin this in 3, 2, and 1. And they are both running iOS 10.3.2. So you can see that the iPhone SE definitely shows the Apple logo first. And I think this is kind of cool to see how fast your phone is versus a tablet here in 2017. Now there's a lot more upgrades on the tablet side of things here over the SE. So the SE loses to the A10X CPU. Apple's chip team has just been killing it in terms of advancement. So the SE wasn't that far behind, though only a few seconds. So the SE with its 4-inch screen size with the A9, that's a lot of power for a phone this size. So what expected to keep up with the iPad here? So you can see right here, just so you know I'm not lying to you, iOS 10.3.2 14F89 here on the iPhone SE. And as you might be able to see right there, iOS 10.3.2 for the iPad 10.5 inch. Alright guys, so everything is closed out on both of these devices. As you can see, the iPhone SE on the left, both are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. And let's begin with some system apps and calendar. So you can see right there, calendar looking pretty good on both. Coming home here, let's go into settings on both. And the SE is keeping up just fine here with this iPad Pro 10.5. Let's get into the clock now. So over here on the clock, you can see the clock did just fine on both, maybe slightly faster on the iPad, but you can see just how good the SE still is. Let's go into App Store, and you can see the iPad definitely ahead here, that A10X showing its stuff. I really do enjoy this 10.5 inch iPad Pro, and that Pro Motion display, really hard to see, but super butter. Let's go into Apple Clips now, and you can see Apple Clips is about the same. You guys let me know which one is faster. Coming home here, let's go into Pages on both devices. I'm gonna give that one to the iPad. Now let's get into some more system-based applications and third-party. Alright guys, so let's move on to some more third-party based applications such as Instagram. So let's go into Instagram right here on both, and you can see that Instagram did load first there on the iPad, but I didn't have it logged in. So let's go into YouTube here to get another third-party action, and you can see the iPad first there with the ad coming out here, no thanks. We're gonna do this one more time. Let's go ahead and close that out, and let's go into YouTube in 3, 2, and 1 here. And you could see YouTube first on the iPad. Coming home here, let's go into Snapchat. And you can see Snapchat loads first on the iPhone SE. Coming home, let's go into Amazon. So let's see which one opens Amazon first. So it's going to the iPad. So definitely better in the third-party application speeds. Let's go into eBay. And looks like I missed that one there on the iPhone SE. Let's do that one more time. Let's go into eBay. And you can see eBay is open first on the iPad. Coming home here, let's go into News. So News opens first on the SE. I had that loaded up in cache, so let me go ahead and close that out and try that one more time on the News. So you can see News opened first on the SE. So that one's pretty much a draw, the News. But I'm really shocked that the SE is pretty much opening these applications at the same time. Now let's do some games, see which one is faster here. Real Racing 3. You can see I haven't actually played them that much. I just loaded these up, so they might not be ready to go. This is not a gaming test. It's just an application speed test to see which one can open games first here. So looks like the SE is ahead, shockingly. So even with this 12-core graphics and everything, the SE is showing to be just as powerful in a small phone. Let's go into 3 War Machines. Now on paper, of course, the iPad is more powerful, but this is what I mean by real world. We're opening up apps right now, and you're seeing the differences are nil to none. So you can see definitely the iPad had that open first, but it did give me an annoying pop-up. So this one's going to the iPad on the World Tank Blitz. I think it's War Machines or something like that. Let's go into Balls here. So Balls opens first on the iPad. So the iPad ahead there. So overall, I'm seeing a slight advantage to the iPad in terms of app opening times, but definitely that display is much smoother with its 120 Hertz ProMotion technology. So you can see right here, iPad Pro opens Subway Surfers first. Annoying ad again here on the Subway Surfers over here. So I have to rerun that test. I don't know what is it with these apps. I always hit don't allow, and then when a video comes on, they still give me an annoying pop-up. So let's go into Subway Surfers one more time, see if we can get this one here. And you can see again the iPad ready to go. So the iPad wins there in the gaming round. I think it did take down those applications. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and run a Geekbench here since we are doing a speed test. Apple A9 1.8 gigahertz, 2 gigs of RAM there on the SE, and we have an Apple A10X CPU here. It doesn't say it there, but it's the ARM 2.39 gigahertz. We're going to run this benchmark here as well. 4 gigs of RAM standard on both iPads, meaning that the 10.5 inch or the smaller iPad in the lineup is now coming up to the same level as the 12.9 beast of last time. Last time the 9.7 had 2 gigs of RAM. So I'm going to come back when these results are done and show you how powerful this iPad really is in comparison to scores on things like a smartphone. Alright guys, so you can see right here on the iPad 3909 on the single core, 9335 on the multi-core. This is incredible power here for an Apple iPad. 2542 on the phone, 4394 on the multi-core. So just stomping all over the SE in both single and multi-core scores here. So definitely these two phones, the phone and the iPad, are both extremely powerful, but you can see in terms of Geekbench, this is crushing pretty much any mobile device period on the planet right now, coming close to entry-level MacBooks when it comes to Geekbench. And that means a lot for Apple when they're trying to market this as a PC replacement. I know a lot of you aren't going to go ahead and take pictures with your iPad, or I know you are with your iPhone, but not so much with your iPad. But anyway, let's just go see how fast the cameras open on both of these in 3, 2, 1. And you can see that the iPad is really quick, just like the SE. I'm going to do that one more time because I want to do more of a comparison between them. 3, 2, 1. And you can see both are going to snap pictures. The iPad is up to speed. Sorry about all the noise. It's the camera's facing right on the table here. But you can see that they are going to both be super fast to get that moment. And yes, you will not miss a moment if you are shooting on your iPad. This can also do 4K. And this also does slow motion up to 240 frames per second. So Touch ID is second gen here. We only get first gen here on the iPhone SE as well. So this is like the iPhone 7 in an iPad with actually a few more features. Alright guys, so let's quickly run through the multitasking on both of these devices in 3, 2, let's go here. And you can see camera about the same. Both are really good in multitasking. I mean, iOS devices handle multitasking like a champ here. You can see both of them are going to hold the applications just fine. Let's see if we can get a stutter on the SE or not with its 2 gigs of RAM. So let's go into Instagram, and you can see a little slight stutter there on the SE. So let's go into another application here. Let's go into Amazon. So Amazon. And a little stutter there on the iPad too. So both very good in multitasking. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and run a quick browser test now on both of these devices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Safari on both, and I'm just going to go ahead and head over to apple.com here for the SE, and I'm going to head over to apple.com here for the iPad, and let's go in 3, 2, let's go. And you can see the iPad loads that first. So you can see this iPad has an extremely sharp screen. This screen will kill the SE in terms of quality. P3 display, 600 nits of brightness. This is a monster in that regard. So let's go ahead and go to yahoo.com, another famous website, just to go see how the power is on both of these browsers. So Safari is very well optimized for both, and you can see just a little bit faster on the iPad. So that's really nice because in the past, iPhones used to be a little bit faster just because they had to load less on the screen. But the iPad's getting so powerful that even though it has to load more contents across a larger display, it's got so much power now that it even beats the phones. Pretty much wraps this video up of the iPhone SE versus the iPad Pro 10.5 inch. Now, if you're buying this as a companion device to your iPhone SE, you're going to be extremely happy. You can also get this in rose gold if you got a rose gold. You can get this in any of the matching colors to the iPhone SE, so you can match these boys up, and you're going to have actually a smoother iOS product if you want this to be your main computer along with your pocketable, portable smartphone. I think this is a killer combination right here, but I'm hoping that they do create the iPhone SE 2, so we can have that alongside with an A10 CPU in there. That would be another monster, but that's a whole nother talk for a whole nother day. So we got more iPad content coming your way, 10.5 versus the Pro 9.7 2017 iPad as well as maybe some other phones you might want to see. So comment those down below, leave your feedback. This was Nick here, helping you to master your technology. I will catch you all in the next episode. Be sure to be well and peace.